Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Holliston Panther Varsity Girls Softball at Committee and Field. I'm John Drohan, your host, supported by my HCAT team of the one and only Mr. Don Cronin and the other one and only Mr. Christian Bidet, making them two one and onlys, therefore two and only. This is Holliston Cable Access TV. We do these live games every home game for you. So once again, you're going to get to see your Holliston Panthers take on today we're playing the Norwood Mustangs. Norwood has coming into this game as having a pretty strong season. They have some top athletes. I got to talk to their coach, Kim Bricklow, before the game, and she said that Norwood is one of the stronger teams that she's had in some time. So Holliston, once again, looks like they're going to have their work cut out for them. So here we go. Holliston will introduce the players as they go. Holliston, of course, is coming off of their 2019 Division II state championship. And we're off and running. That's Ava Bergloff, who plays on the right side. She's a senior. She's looking up for Mia Luisi. She also is a senior. Number 10. Holliston has four captains that are I think are on the field right now. Absolutely, yeah. We have Mia Wolfgang. She's plays center back, number 4. Mia Luisi is a captain. Caroline Rose Sally, number 13. She too is Sally, and then Katie Cruz. That's crossed by Bergloff. Nobody on the other end of that. And Holliston going from northeast to southwest. That is my left to your right, and Norwood going from southwest to northeast, my right to your left. So another beautiful day at Committee and Field. It seems like all we do is get good weather whenever we come here. And I think that's all due to Mr. Cronin, who is in charge of weather. He orders the weather, and it shows up. All right, throw in on the far side. That's Katie Cruz fighting for it. Sophomore Juliet Leon has the ball now. She sends it forward, looking for somebody. Can't connect, and some action over there. Looks like somebody went down. I think that might have been Anya Holden. She gets up slowly, but I think she's okay. Anya Holden, of course, she's made of wrought iron steel, but she's going to be okay. All right, so let's see. Coming in for Anya, it looks like we have Anya Alwani. Make sure if I can get her. That's her. You bet. Number 5, my favorite number. So Anya Alwani, we will try and call her number as much as we can and refer to her as number 5, which is that is probably the best number out there. What's your guy's number? 7. Mr. Cronin, 7. What about you, Christian? 3. Great numbers. Great. And you know what they are? They're primary numbers, which is what I like. 3, 5, and 7. All right, back to the action. Holliston pushing the ball forward. That's Alwani, number 5. She's got some space on the outside with some wheels. Looks in. She's got space, and there's looking for Caitlin O'Connell. Caitlin O'Connell is the leading scorer for Holliston so far this year. Caitlin has 3 goals this year. Holliston is coming off of some tough week last week on the road with a tie game to we lost to Hopkinton by a score of 4-2. Hopkinton, a very, very strong team, and then we drew with Westwood by a score of 2-2. Ball in on the right side. That's McLeod fighting for it, number 7. McLeod, and let's find out who that's off of, and it's going to be off of Norwood. So as we said, it's another gorgeous day for soccer, and even better for temperature. It's a nice Tuesday afternoon. Norwood pops the ball forward. Katie Williams is going to let it go. Katie Williams, of course, is the junior goalkeeper for Holliston, having a super season. I mean, truly establishing herself as an instinctive goalkeeper, as a very good shot blocker. Had some really great saves early on, especially last week in the 2 tough games last week. There's Cruz fighting for it. Cruz, of course, we know is a hockey player. Out to Leone. Leone on the outside. Leone, that's Tatum Corden. Corden, number 3. That's your number, Christian. There's Alwani on the outside. Leone giving a run, but goes too far, and they run out of space. Norwood looks like they're not afraid to bring their backs up, which it's kind of the way that Teams, when you're up against a team that's got a lot of good athletes like Holliston does, they find that probably the best thing that you can do is to pressure. So it looks like Norwood's trying to do that. And there's Bergloff on the outside. Bergloff, the nice move in, sends the ball in. It's got O'Connell. O'Connell back to Bergloff. Bergloff with space, sends it across. Got Luisi. Luisi gets a one-time, but doesn't get enough on it. It's a one-hopper to the Norwood keeper, who is Tricia Wachowski. Tricia's a sophomore. All right, so Norwood clears out. Tricia sends that one well over center, over halfway. There's Wolfgang. Wolfgang to Cruz. Cruz on the outside looking for Leone. Midfield. Awani chases forward. And Wolfgang's there. Wolfgang comes away with it. Nice play by Mia Wolfgang. She sends it up. She's got Corden. Corden tries to take it down. Does. Corden on the outside. Corden pushes in as Cruz. Cruz in space sends it forward. There's nobody there. Well, still nobody there. And it looks like that's going to run out of room just over the end line. So let's talk about the Holliston formation today. Holliston's a 4-3-4. So in the back, across the back, we have Molly McLeod, Mia Wolfgang, and Caroline Rose Sally. I'm sorry, 3-1-4. So, and Leone plays on the other back. Defensive mid, we have Cruz, number 9. And then the attacking mids, we have Luisi, number 10. Tatum Corden, number 3. And then across the front right now, we have Anya Alwani, who has just come in for Anya Holden. And Caitlin O'Connell and Ava Bergloff. There's Bergloff, plays off to Luisi. Luisi muscling through, and it's trouble. And there's a big collision between a Norwood player, Caitlin O'Connell, and Wachowski, the keeper. So a little miscommunication out in front of the goal, but no damage done, and cleared by Norwood. Leone gives it to Norwood, and then Leone again looking for Awani. Awani gets it off. Got Corden. Corden, good foot skills on the outside. Looks forward and has O'Connell. O'Connell with good speed. Chasing in a foot race, and it looks like it's going to be I think Holliston earns their first corner of the game. So at just under 7 minutes to play, 7 minutes into the game, Holliston's going to get their first corner. And it looks like it's going to be Wolfgang to take the corner. All right. Wolfgang strong foot. Set plays, Holliston is we haven't converted this year, but we'll see. Wolfgang, good ball in, looking for Wachowski, who looks to be one of the taller players out there, is able to reach up and pull it out of the air. So everybody resets, and there's Wachowski sending it out just over the head of Wolfgang or Luisi. Sally pops it forward, looking for Bergloff. Has her. Bergloff controls and comes off of Bergloff, and there's Wolfgang. Wolfgang looks up. Wolfgang, nice move. Sends it forward, looking for Luisi. Luisi gets it taken off of her, and the double team, it gets it back. Nice. Turnover again. Here comes Norwood. Norwood changes fields, looks good. Norwood sending the ball forward, and McLeod looks like she's the only one there to run it down. And McLeod's able to find Leone. Leone back to McLeod. McLeod is Hollywood call sign is Highlander. Of course, reference of the great day movie. And here's Norwood with a cross, and Sally's there to clear it. Another shot, but it goes right to Katie Williams. Norwood had a good space in there. Cross. Caroline Sally got a foot, got it out, but then a one-time right at Katie Williams. Holliston still pressing forward, and that is their game. Their game is to send the ball forward as much as they can, launch it into the other team's end, and try and make the other team make mistakes. So Awani comes back, and Holden comes back in. She looks like she's okay. Holden goes down, and she got fouled. So it's going to be a Holliston free from about the 20 wide. Unfortunately, today the JV game was canceled, so unfortunately for them. However, fortunate for us, we have the whole Holliston JV team here right now. Just a quick shout-out to the Holliston JV girls, coached by my dear friend Aziz Latifi. There's ball in right at that keeper. Wachowski's able to handle it. Holliston JV is an incredible developmental program under Coach Latifi. Arguably one of the true scholars of the game in the town of Holliston. Made a name for himself growing up in the HISA community, and now he, of course, is the backbone of this Holliston program. Revered by all of his players. He's that guy. He's that guy where everybody, I don't think there's a kid who ever said, "Oh, do you like Coach Aziz?" No, everybody likes Coach Aziz. He's like the real life Ted Lasso of high school soccer. Ball forward, nothing. No one's able to break it up, and there's Corden. Corden, you're going to hear her name a lot today. She's in the midfield. She covers a lot of ground, and she's got great foot skills. Not afraid to take the ball into traffic. So, as I said, you're going to see a lot of her, and she is a sniper. She has two. I think it's two. Scores off of free kicks this year. So she can hit it. All right, ball on the far side, throw in by Norwood, and we'll do that again. That is frustrating. So as we mentioned before, our production is brought by the Holliston Cable Access TV. Holliston Cable Access TV supports the Holliston community in all different levels. The latest thing that is happening in Holliston Cable Access TV is from our executive producer, Don Cronin, is our trivia game show. And they had the inauguration. There's O'Connell Racing, O'Connell with wheels. So, again, Holliston with their launch ball forward technique, and Caitlin O'Connell's almost able to run it down, but she just runs out of space. So they did their inaugural game show. This was just this past week. It was the first one. We had said there was a little bit of a confusion as to what the prize was. I originally had heard it was $100,000 first prize, but I think that you have to win a few rounds in order to qualify for that. So I don't think it's $100,000, but it is. As we said before the production, we were saying it's for the glory, right? It's for the glory of like the thrill of victory and being able to say, look, you're the smartest guy in this room or the smartest girl in this room. All right, Norwood throw on the left side. Bergloff gets a head on it, and Luisi gets a hand on it, but it doesn't get called. And she plays out to Holden. Holden looks back to Luisi. Luisi pops it in, trying to find space. Bergloff trying to get position and just can't. And it looks like it's going to be go off of Bergloff. It's going to be a Holliston, a Norwood goal kick. So word on the street is that the first show was fantastic. Came down to the wire, right? Came right down to the wire. So everybody's excited about this. And this is just it's the tip of the iceberg for what Holliston Cable Access TV does for the community. Of course, we do a good number of the Holliston sports, religious services, information. There's always information that's playing on Holliston Cable Access TV, and of course there's some educational programming as well, particularly on when you want to learn about finance and legal things. So there's Norwood in Holliston's end trying to make something happen, left foot. And it just goes forward, and there was a little bit of contact. Williams is just able to get to it. So Norwood player number 13, let me find her name. Norwood player number 13, that was Marin Giambanco, got a left foot on it and just didn't get enough on it. There's Giambanco again. Luisi pops it forward. There's Leone. Leone sends it forward and on a back and forth, but then it's going to be Holliston's going to keep it, and it'll be a throw in just over the midway line. Just under 15 minutes played here today so far. We have a score of nothing. No real threats yet. No real shots or big saves, or there's a little bit of action and some action over there on the far side. And the action looked like it's going to be a foul on Norwood, so Holliston will get a free kick. Wolfgang will take it from about the 40-yard line. God, I love when they play the games on the football fields because then it's all numbered. Wolfgang pops it forward, short, looking for Luisi. She can't control it. Contact there. Holden's there, and it looks like it's going to be another Holliston goal kick. Holden was the last one to touch that. So just under 15. And both teams are still trying to see trying to identify where the weaknesses are. Norwood plays looks like they have their defense is put together. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of breakdowns out there. And in the midfield, right now in the midfield, it looks like it's a toss-up. Holliston this year has been doing pretty well in the midfield, where oftentimes we've seen that there's not a lot of midfield play. It's more of like kind of end to end. But Holliston, particularly with their midfielders, Katie Cruz, the captain, of course, Tatum Corden we mentioned earlier, and Mia Luisi, they do a good job of kind of getting to the balls that they need to get to. And there's Cruz right now. Cruz to Leone. Leone sends it forward, looking for Corden, and she'll run out of room. And so, with respect to other programming here on Cable Access TV, there was a mention of Money in the Law. That's a show that's been running now for 9 years. This is the 9th year. And then, of course, there's the Heartbeat of Holliston, that's the signature show of Holliston Cable Access TV. So that, of course, originated by our dear friend and, fearless former leader Mary Greendale, was involved with the Holliston HCAT Holliston Cable Access TV for many, many years. Of course, Mary is still a big fan and always ready to help. All right, here we go. Action in Holliston's end. Norwood controlling, trying to send the ball forward, and just too much on the outside. So Norwood, Holliston doing a good job of getting back and kind of keeping the ball in front of them, but Norwood also doing a pretty good job of controlling the ball. So far, we haven't seen this. Hasn't been any breakthroughs. It'll be interesting to see how things develop. Katie Williams sends it out of bounds, so it's going to be a Norwood throw up on the far side. Oh, that's right. That's right. Don just brought to my attention there's a new cooking show. We'll get some more information on that at the break. We'll talk about that. Ball forward, and one hops to Katie Williams. So another one of those kind of bouncing balls, and see what happens, and see if the goalkeeper or defender will make a mistake. And lucky for Holliston, they didn't. As Cruz gets a foot on it, pops it out to Holden. Holden sends it forward. She's got Corden with some space, but she unable to control it. And there's Luisi with a tough touch forward. And there's Cruz again. Cruz, she gives it up, and here comes Norwood. Norwood, not a bad job of controlling the ball. Who's this? This is that's number two, Paige Barnett. Paige Barnett playing midfield, just doing a good job of controlling the ball. And there's McLeod racing, and McLeod's going to send it out of bounds. So Holliston will get an opportunity to reset. So, again, still no score. And we have a substitution. We have Leone comes out, and number 2, Phoebe Drohan, comes in to play outside back. There's Holden. Holden intercepts. Holden stays with it. Still with it. Pops it forward, and looks like it's going to go off of Norwood. Drohan with the throw. Drohan to Cruz. Back to Drohan. She sends it forward. She's got Corden. Corden's got the ball, and she looks for Cruz. There's McLeod. McLeod sends it forward looking for Holden. Holden gets a piece of it. Is able to send it forward, and there's not enough room again. So, again, Holliston on the attack, trying to attack out of their own end. And unable to convert. Norwood's going to get the throw. There's Holden. Holden pushes the ball forward to O'Connell. Corden controlling it in traffic. Holden forward. There's Luisi gets a piece. Sally in space. Sally forward. That's another. Sorry, that's an. Emma Hauck's come in for Ava Bergloff and catch that. So Hauck's number 11. She's a freshman. So Hauck sends it forward. Cruz watching. And ball forward. Drohan controls it. Drohan keeps it at her feet. Drohan still has it. Looks back, has Sally. Sally in space. She's got Luisi. So Holliston doing a nice job of controlling the ball at this point. Ball comes back forward over Sally's head. Wolfgang's there. And she's able to send it back forward, but Norwood controls. Hauck's in. There's Cruz. See, a lot of Cruz. That's Paige Barnett. She's there. Hard touch there. McLeod gets a piece. Barnett out on the outside. That's Alexis Corus on the right side for Norwood. Corus tries to maintain it, but she gets bumped out of bounds, and unfortunately she kicks the ball out of bounds. Drohan throw in. Corden tries to lob it forward, looking for O'Connell. And we'll do this again. O'Connell can't come away with it. And there's Corden. Corden steps up, but she runs into traffic. That ball gets taken off of her. And here comes Holliston again pressing. Cruz looks for O'Connell on the inside, trying to get inside that center or the outside back. Unable to do so. They're going to run out of real estate, and we're going to do it all over again. Just under 20 minutes played. Still no score. Still no real threats. But Holliston's starting to pick up the pace and a little bit more aggression here. Murkowski forward. Holden's there. Holden fights. That's Barnett. Nice play by Norwood player. Able to keep it out. And that gets sent forward. And here comes Wolfgang. Wolfgang steps up. She's able to control it. She's got Luisi. The two Mias together. There's Luisi again. Luisi still with the ball on the right foot. Luisi gets a shot off. And I don't know how she missed that. From my angle, it looks like she had a clear shot. But I think the Norwood defender just got a piece of it and is able to redirect it into Wachowski, the keeper's hands. So first big threat for Holliston, and nice play by Mia Luisi, and she was just unable to connect cleanly and get a good shot on some open part of the net. All right, here comes Norwood. And more pressure from Holliston. Corden from the back, Holden forward, trying to find O'Connell's got her. O'Connell is a 1-on-4. O'Connell gets a shot off. Bounces off the Norwood player. No hand. And O'Connell got a shot, but stuffed by the Norwood defense. Like I said, Norwood does a good job of kind of maintaining their shape in the back. So Holliston with a throw in on their end. Drohan throws in to Holden. Holden, tough first touch. O'Connell tries to send the ball in. There's contact. Looking for Hauck, but she's not there. And here comes Norwood on the outside. Norwood again on the outside. Caroline Sally steps up, and there's Luisi again. Luisi in the middle. Luisi again looking for space, gives it up, and Norwood comes back the other way. And then they give it up. Sally back to Luisi. Luisi with a nice move on the inside. Luisi with a shot, but right at Wachowski. Luisi again had another good look, doing some damage in the front. Nice play by Caroline Sally to step in and set that up. And here comes kick out over midfield, over the head of McLeod. And there's Wolfgang. She pops it forward, looking for Hauck. Hauck gets a part of it. And there's Luisi pressuring. Sally's there. Contact. And that looked like a handball, but refs let it play. So contact, and there's Cruz. Cruz out to Sally. Sally one time to Norwood. Here comes Norwood, sends over, and McLeod pops it straight up. Wolfgang gets a good piece of it and sends it forward. There's McLeod fighting. So there's Drohan chasing Barnett. Drohan makes a play. He's able to clear it out. Barnett tried to get around her, couldn't do it. Drohan clears. And it's going to be a Norwood throw. And it looks like we have timeout on the field. This is, of course, one of the new things here in varsity high school soccer. They take a little break, a little timeout, so girls are able to hydrate. Coach is able to talk a little bit. It's one of those things where in real soccer, they have the way they do this is when a player just fakes an injury. And so, unfortunately, in high school, they're not allowed to do that. We'll have to talk to Coach Aziz about that. Players rolling around on the ground, holding their leg. Yeah, high school that doesn't go. That's the thing about these guys. That's one of the things that you notice. We comment about this all the time in high school soccer is, people complain about, it's one of the jokes about professional soccer or really high level soccer is that you have, men and women that they dive, right? Like especially the Italians. The Italians have like their, this history of the Italians always take that, but that's part of the game, right? These guys are so good, right? They understand how the game works, and they understand that what kind of contact that if they feel that contact, they know that the ref's going to call a foul, so they're going to go down and make sure that the ref, he or she, makes that call. So that's one of the things you don't see that in high school soccer because these kids just play so hard. They just never know when to stop. They never know when to take their foot off the gas. So there's no diving, right? If a kid goes down, it's because they're really hurt. Yeah, there's no and that's part of the art of the game at the professional level is that people go down, especially later in the game. The clock's always running, so they know that's how it works. And people can get drinks, take a break, take a rest. Figure out maybe adjustments. Coach can do some coaching adjustments, but that doesn't happen at this level. So that's why we have timeouts, just to avoid that controversy, that potential controversy, right? Going to take that off the plate. All right, so here comes Holliston back on the field. And the Norwood Mustangs, we talked to the Norwood coach earlier today. Their assistant coach was telling us about the Mustangs. Of course, the Mustangs, the Mustang moniker is near and dear to my heart because that was my high school, the Immaculate Mustangs. So sometimes I get a little bit of, when we're playing a team, like Medway, of course, is the Mustangs. So when you're playing against the Mustangs, you just miss those Mustangs. You want to root for them, but not anymore. I'm Panther through and through now. All right, back to the action with just over 16 minutes to play on the outside. There's McLeod. McLeod sends the ball forward looking for somebody, looks like she's got Holden. Holden's there. So I think we have, I think we do. We have some new Holliston players in the game right now. I think that's number 14. I think that's Danielle Cummings on the outside. Let me double check. Again, and you bet it is. Danielle Cummings is senior. Heisa Stana. Here comes Holliston on the outside. It's Corden. Corden with a nice ball in, right at Wachowski. So Corden, nice left foot in. Nice move on the outside. Was able to get off the defender enough to be able to send that ball in, but right to the keeper. McLeod pops it up, has Drohan. Drohan, she's unable to control, and the ball goes out, but it's going to be a Holliston throw. So Cummings in the game, playing on the left wing. As I said, Danielle Cummings is an all-star. Growing up in the Holliston Youth Soccer Organization, has always been one of the flashiest players. So nice to see her out there. There she is. Nice ball in. She got Corden. Corden's able to get a piece of it. We also have another freshman in today. That's Paige Kutchman. Paige Kutchman on the right side. Kutchman looking in. She's playing on the right wing. There's McLeod. McLeod pushes forward. Looks like she gets a hand on it. Gets away with. Not a lot of handballs getting called today. Drohan on the outside looks forward. Drohan pressuring. That ball comes out, and here comes McLeod. Drohan keeps it. Again, McLeod, and looks like it's going to be a Holliston throw. So a lot of tippy-toeing over there on the outside. Drohan throw in, has Cruz. Cruz is able to get space. Drohan sends it forward to the left foot, looking for Kutchman over her head. She's unable to control it, and then it comes up on the outside. Salary pressuring around her, and here comes the ball forward, but Wolfgang's there. So Cruz, Wolfgang, and McLeod trying to stuff it. Ball pops forward. Hits number 9 in the face. She's okay. That's Caroline Galvin. She's all right, though. I mean, talk about tough kids. You get popped, it's like getting punched in the face. But she drives on. Galvin playing the forward. There's Drohan. Drohan racing. Pressure, able to get a foot off and takes it off and gets it to Cummings. There's Holden. Holden to Cummings on the outside. Cummings unable to get to it. Now she does. Keeps it. Pushes back. There's nobody there. There's Holden. Holden fights. Drohan sends it forward one time. Nothing there. There's Cruz. Cruz looks for Sally, but doesn't get a clean shot. There's Sally one times forward. Over the head of Luisi. And here comes Norwood. And there's McLeod. So Holliston doing a lot of pressure, trying to keep the ball down the Norwood end, and successful at doing it. There's Cruz. Cruz still with the ball. Cruz in space. Switching fields has Drohan. Drohan in space. Drohan puts a move on the outside, still with it. Keeps it, sends it back to Cummings. Cummings forward. And Norwood's able to control, but still in their end. Holliston still pressuring. Norwood unable to break through, but here they are on the outside. There's McLeod chasing and Wolfgang chasing. And it looks like it's going to be a Holliston goal kick. So Norwood trying to break through that Holliston back line, just unable to do it. I think they're changing the call. Looks like it's going to be a corner. So still no score with just over 12 minutes to play in the first half. And Norwood will be taking their first corner of the game. Looks like it's going to be Barnett. So Barnett with the corner. Holliston position. And let's see what happens. Barnett, nice ball in. High ball, and it looks like Holden might have got a head on it, and here comes Corden on the outside. Corden up the middle with space by herself. She's got Hauk on the outside. Corden into traffic, and she gets stuffed. It could have been trouble for Norwood as Hauk was streaking up the right side, and Corden, of course, with speed and ability to control the ball, could have done some damage. Drohan back to Cruz. Cruz plays back at McLeod. McLeod pushes forward. She can't find anybody, and here comes Norwood again. There's Wolfgang forward to Luisi off the back of her head. Tries to get it forward. There's Cruz again. Cruz again, pretty much everywhere, controlling that middle. And there's Luisi. Luisi runs into the Norwood player, and they're going to call a foul on Norwood. So Luisi earns the free from about the 30-yard line. Call it the 30-and-a-half-yard line, and it's going to be Wolfgang to take the shot. So Wolfgang, she's got distance. She can hit it from there. See if she tries to put it on goal, and she does. And it's right to the keeper, Wachowski. So Holliston with the free. It's going to get turned around, and here comes Norwood. Norwood, she flubs the kick, and it's intercepted by Hauk. So Hauk, nice play. Hauk on the outside, trying to get around. Can't do it. Still can't do it. And it's going to go up, but Holliston's going to keep it. So sophomore Emma Hauk. There's some more substitutions. Cummings comes out, as does Hauk, and Bergloff and O'Connell come back in. All right, Sally with the throw. Sally, long throw in. Looking for Holden. She's there. It gets popped out. Here comes O'Connell. O'Connell plays back to Drohan. Drohan in space. Drohan sends a ball in hard. Looking for Luisi. She can't connect. Goes over Drohan's head. And it's going to be McLeod and Drohan together. Drohan. Drohan still with the ball. Forward. Got Cruz. Tips off to McLeod. Here comes McLeod on the outside. McLeod, nice ball in. Looking for Corden. Just misses her. And here comes Norwood on the and streaking in, but it's going to roll to Katie Williams. No trouble. Katie plays out quickly to Caroline Sally, to Wolfgang. Wolfgang looking for Bergloff. Bergloff comes down with it clean. Bergloff able to get a piece. Try and looking for Corden again. Blasted back in, and here we go. Here we go back to that. So this team's trying to create an opening, start sending the ball into the other end, trying to keep pressure on the defense, making sure that they make their plays. And you know, Holliston tends to make a living doing this. Looks like Norwood's trying to do the same. Problem is sometimes things get just a little bit too sloppy, and when you have some strong backs, as both teams seem like they do in this game, then oftentimes you're not gonna get anywhere with that. And looks like we have another substitution coming in. So I think that's number 28, Caroline Brady's coming in. Anya Holden's going to take a break. All right. Bergloff fights through. Got Brady. Brady can't handle it. Ball comes in. Drohan. Oh, it's Cruz. Cruz gets to it. Goes to the outside. She gives it back. Ball in. There's Sally. She pops it up high over her head. There's Wolfgang. She's there. Norwood on the outside and stuffed by Mia Wolfgang, and it's going to be Holliston ball. Great play by Mia Wolfgang. You see, she does cover a lot of ground on the back, and she's been playing center back for all her 4 years here. So Luisi's able to get it. Here comes Brady out to Drohan. Drohan on the outside. Drohan on the left side. She looks in for Brady. Brady plays back to Cruz. Cruz trying to make a... She looks in, tries to find Bergloff. She's not there. Ball gets popped up. There's McLeod fighting for it, trying to get position. She gets help from Cruz. McLeod still fighting. Nice battle up there by Molly McLeod. There comes Luisi. Luisi comes with it. She's able to tap it forward to Bergloff on the right side. Bergloff one-on-one. Bergloff trying to get around her defender and can't. Nice play by, looked like it was number 21. That was Samantha Reen. So Holliston with the throw in Norwood's end. Just under 6.5 to play. Ball in. Strong throw by Caroline Sally. Oh, McLeod is almost getting... Oh, sorry, that was O'Connell. O'Connell was almost, she saw that. Her eyes got big. It was right in front of her, and Norwood defender was just able to get her foot on it and get it out. O'Connell thought she had an easy one. Drohan, high throw in, has Corden. Corden pops it up. Here comes Corden again. Corden with the left foot. Nice play by Wachowski. That ball was moving to her right. Corden was able to get it up and get some zip on it, but Wachowski was there. So again, Holliston close, but not close enough. There's Brady. Brady pops it high. Drohan keeps it and sends it forward. Gives it back up, but Drohan comes back and gets it again. Sends it forward. Ball forward looks not bad. Ball looking in. Corden chasing, and Norwood's not going to mess around with that, so they send it out. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Don and Christian excited about the break here. So we can get some information so we can start going over. I want to talk more about this new cooking show. Here comes Norwood breaking free. So Norwood, they have a player on the outside. It's number 13. She's got it. She's guarded by McLeod. McLeod sends it through. McLeod's there, keeps fighting, but it looks like it's going to be. She wanted some contact. There was some physical contact over there. That was Marin Giambanco. And it's going to be a Norwood corner. So she fights, is able to fight through McLeod's defense and able to earn a corner. So Norwood will have their second corner. Looks like Barnett's going to take it. Seven on the corners. Another thing that they do in high school soccer and club now. One of those things that you just weren't allowed to do that back in the day. Here we go. Ball up, Barnett. It's wide. Gets popped high. Really high. Comes down. There's a foot on it. That's trouble. Katie Williams able to smother it. Some ugliness in front of that goal. And Katie Williams able to clean it all up. That seems like a lot of times in this league, that's how a lot of these goals get scored. Just errant balls in front of the goal. A lot of times off of set pieces. And we get some cheap goals, which is unfortunate. Brady got Cruz. Cruz looking forward. It's got O'Connell. O'Connell's got space. She's on side, too. Sends it in with her left foot. But it's not able to turn it. Just goes behind the net. Just under 3:30 left. Still no score. Holliston JV team looking on intently. And there's a ball out. Goes over the head of Brady. And Bergloff's there. Cruz there. Drohan's there. Drohan keeps it. Sends it to Cruz. Cruz keeps it. Gives it back. And here comes Norwood forward. Shot left foot. Sally's there. She's able to clear it out. Gives it back to Norwood. Here they come again. Again, it bounces over her head, and there's Wolfgang. Wolfgang's able to send it forward. Looking for Corden, but she's not there. But there's Luisi. Luisi gets good position, pushes off, but keeps it. Luisi has Cruz streaking, and now Cruz on the outside has field switch. Cruz in, looking for Corden. She's not there. Cruz again. Cruz forward. Has Bergloff. Bergloff's on side. She's going to run it down, but she can't. Not a bad ball by Katie Cruz. Ava Bergloff almost there. Had us keep on side and just a little bit too much on it. So as we're coming up to the 2-minute warning here in the end of coming to the ends of the closing half, it's still nothing. Holliston. Norwood with a throw deep in their end. Luisi gets a piece of this. Corden pushes back to Bergloff. She sends it in, trying to make something happen, and it's going to be another throw-in for Holliston. I stand corrected. It's going to be another throw-in for Norwood. So the Mustangs trying to make something happen. The Panthers trying to make something happen. All these. She's out. So ball gets thrown in, but she was fully out of bounds. So it's going to be Norwood throw. Time winding down here in the first strong throw. There's Cruz. Cruz intercept. Cruz in traffic. Has Bergloff. Bergloff can't control, and it's going to be another turnover Norwood ball. And here we go. Long throw in. Luisi. Luisi's able to get a piece of it. Bergloff pops it up. Corden lets it bounce and almost does a bicycle kick. That's right, a bicycle kick. It was like a half bicycle kick. It was almost like a unicycle kick kind of thing. Cruz sends it forward from distance, trying to make something happen, but unfortunately not enough on it. And Bukowski's playing a pretty good game, and the goal for Norwood is able to control it relatively easily. She launches it forward. It's Brady. There's O'Connell fighting for it on the outside. Again, O'Connell fights for it. There's Brady. And it's going to be a Holliston free kick. Just about out of time. Wolfgang takes it. Tries to send it forward, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the first half. All right, so at the end of the first half, hard-fought half, couple of opportunities for both teams. Maybe a couple more for Holliston. Spend a little more time down in the Norwood end, but still no score. So nothing here at the end of 40 minutes of play. We're going to take a quick break, and don't go anywhere because we will be right back with the second half of play of Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer. We will be right back. And we're back for the second half of the Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer, where your Holliston Panthers are taking on the Norwood Mustangs. After one half of play, we have a score of 0-0. Holliston's had some good opportunities. Norwood's had a few themselves. But mostly it's a relatively even match with Holliston with a little bit of advantage, I think, of ball control and maintaining some pressure on Norwood down in their end. The Norwood keeper, Tricia Wachowski's had a couple good saves, so Holliston had some good looks. Holliston keeper Katie Williams had done made some nice plays herself to make sure that things stayed the way they're supposed to stay in front of the goal and managing the front of the goal on some set pieces. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. I imagine that you're going to see Holliston trying to put pressure on early, as that seems to be their style. So we'll see Holliston leaning forward in the foxhole and with their foot on the gas as we are underway here in the second half. Ball forward, ball comes off, and there's McLeod. Leone's back in on the left side. It's going to bounce off Norwood player number 11, Allie Steves, and there's the ball in, and here comes Katie Cruz. Katie Cruz playing a solid game in the middle. Tatum Corden sends it forward. It gets stuffed. Cruz fights through. She's still got space. Cruz looking for O'Connell. Oh, O'Connell almost break away. That was a nice play by number 21, Samantha Reen, to be able to control that ball and get it away from Caitlin O'Connell. But here comes Holliston. Bergloff on the outside. And it's going to go off of Cece Venditti. She's unable to control. I think that was number 20. She's unable to control, but she's able to give Norwood a reset for Holliston throw. Caroline Sally, big throw in from the far side. Ball in. Trying to find Luisi, and Luisi tries to sneak and get ahead on it, maybe pop it forward, but unable to do it and clear of the right post or the left post, I guess, depends on where you're standing. So Holliston and Norwood, of course, have switched sides. So Holliston is now moving from the southwest to the northeast. And, of course, Norwood from the northeast to the southwest. For my purposes, it's a little easier to say, well, left to right. And here comes Bergloff. She fakes. Bergloff sends it in and gets stuffed again by Venditti. Nice play. Bergloff try to get cute over there and able to try to fake it. Really, really good idea. But, again, the Norwood defense, they're not just laying down. They are good. And those backs, like as I said earlier in the first half, they keep their shape. They do a good job of keeping the ball in front of them, and they get good, solid contact, and they're fast. Because we all know that Holliston, the people up front for Holliston, they are quick. Wolfgang sends the ball forward. On the right side, it's going to go off Norwood. I dropped a piece of paper. Christian, my man, is hooking me up. And here comes Holliston, pressure on the right. Holden's there, and she can't. He runs out of gas. Runs out of room. Not run out of gas. That kid can't run. I guess you're a freshman. You're not allowed to be tired when you're a freshman, right? Freshmen don't get tired. Freshman playing varsity. It's crazy. So she's a solid athlete. All right, ball out. Cruz fights forward. Corden's there. There's Holden again. Holden, she keeps it, fights for it, gets good position, still has it, sends it forward, and she's going to earn us a corner. Nice play. Some hard work on the outside. She's able to earn a corner, so Holliston's going to get the first corner of the second half. And number 4, Mia Wolfgang's going to take this one. So Wolfgang goes short to Luisi. Back to Wolfgang. Wolfgang pops it forward, looking in, and it goes right to Wachowski. So not a bad idea, but didn't work out thanks to the Norwood goalkeeper, who's playing an exceptional game today. She's managing things well, although she doesn't get a clean strike there, and it looks like there could be trouble, but Norwood's able to control. Leone on the outside. Leone watching. Norwood keeps. There's Cruz. Yeah, here they come. Ball forward, and nobody's there to finish that, and it's going to skip easily to Katie Williams, number 0, number 0, number O. She sends it forward, and then Norwood, here that comes Norwood back on the attack, but unable to control that, and they run back into a little more traffic, and Cruz, Corden, and Holden are there. Ball forward in. We're not really able to get that many people down in the other end for the attack as they're as they're playing a little bit defensively as to try and fight back the Holliston attack. And there's Caitlin O'Connell. She tries to get it through. There's Luisi. Luisi with a nice move and creates space. Looking for O'Connell. She gets intercepted, but Luisi gets it back. Luisi on the inside. Luisi pushing forward. Still trying to push forward again. Gets taken away. And there goes Cruz. Cruz has Bergloff on the outside. She plays off to Sally. Sally sends a three-hopper to the keeper from distance. And Sally can hit it. So maybe a little more space or a little more. She covers a little more ground and closes that gap a little bit. She may be able to do some damage. There's Corden. Corden sends it forward over the head of the defender. Luisi crashes in, and the ball just clears. Luisi almost got a foot on it. Again, it's ugly in front of the goal play, but Luisi muscles her way in and just gets a foot on it, but it goes wide of the goal. Here's Wachowski. Wachowski sends it out up on the right side. Leone's there. She fights. She's able to get a foot on a nice play. Leone to O'Connell. O'Connell to Corden. Corden trying to create space. Has O'Connell on the outside. And she's offside. She's on the outside, offside. So that gets called. So Norwood to kick it out. Again, Holliston trying to maintain that pressure. Norwood trying to play back, maybe make a play for on a counterattack. I think that might be what they're thinking, but Norwood is definitely trying to stay back and keep everybody covered. And here comes Holliston again. So Holliston with Cruz in traffic in there. That's what Norwood's looking to do. And then they just give it back. McLeod sends it forward, and then she gives it back. There's Holden. Holden sends it in and trying to find O'Connell, and O'Connell's almost there, but that gets cleared by number 20, CC Venditti. Leone throws over the head of Luisi, comes back out. Leone's got it. Leone in space. Leone pushes back to Sally. Sally pushes back to Wolfgang. Wolfgang sends it forward looking for somebody, and she finds the keeper, and it looks like that's going to be a foul on Holden as she crashed into Wachowski. Can't do that. You want to be able to do it, but you can't. You can't just, those keepers have to get protected. Sometimes it gets a little out of, especially at the pro level. All right, so Norwood to kick it out. Long blast forward off the top of the head of Holden because I think she's the tallest kid on that field. So Holden elevates and is able to get her head on it, and it goes off of her, and it's a Norwood throw. Norwood into Holliston's territory. Sally sends it out and sends it over to the Holliston bench. That's still in, though. Still trouble. And runs out of gas, runs out of room, runs out of real estate. All right, so here we go again. Holden intercepts, and Norwood able to control, and then here they come. Pressure, Corden with pressure, trying to find an open player and can't do it. And Leone's able to connect, and Leone back to Corden. Corden, with one defender on her, is able to get around, create some space. Forward, she gives it back. And Norwood trying to send it forward, but Molly McLeod's there able to send it, but here comes Norwood. Norwood trying to maintain. Corden still maintaining pressure. Again, hard first touch. And Norwood on the attack. Cruz trying to maintain. She gets a touch on it. Holden plays back to McLeod. McLeod over the head of Luisi. And we're off to the race again. McLeod's racing. Venditti's there. She clears it. Bergloff tries to outrun it, but again, it was the Holliston play trying to send one forward to let the speedy Caitlin O'Connell trying to run down to it, but Venditti was there to say, that's not happening. Sally pops it in one time to Luisi. It comes out, and here comes Wolfgang. Wolfgang in space. So as you can see, Norwood's got everybody packed down in their end. So Wolfgang comes up. She looks forward, looking for Holden. Nice ball in by Mia Wolfgang, and she looks like she did something. And Wolfgang's down. I think Wolfgang might have popped something, or she may have gotten did something to her foot. So Wolfgang goes down. And hope she's okay. So Wolfgang made a nice play, recognizing that pretty much everybody in the whole Norwood side was in the Holliston end. So she came forward, took about a good look in, looking for Holden. I think she might have turned that ankle, and they're picking her up. Oh, that's not good. So not sure what her injury is, but let's hope that she's okay. Solid back. You could make the argument that Mia Wolfgang could be one of the best center backs in the conference. So it looks like she's got maybe she's got a cramp going. They're trying to stretch her out on the sideline. That's Isabella Rahim working on her along with the trainer. And Sally comes back to play center back. Drohan moves over to the right back in the place of Wolfgang as they try and stretch her out. All right, so back to action here. Just under 50 minutes played, still a score of 0-0. Ball in. Bergloff looking for Luisi. Luisi fights. Luisi keeps it. Luisi's able to turn. She's got Holden streaking. There's Holden with space. Can't get it to her right foot, though. Ball pops forward looking for O'Connell. I think that was Corden that came in. Holden had a good look. Nice ball into Luisi. He was just behind her. Holden couldn't get a hold of it and get it to her shooting foot, and opportunity missed there. All right, so Holliston doing some damage. But, again, the back play of Norwood is still, they're holding tough, and they don't seem that they're too frazzled. All right, here comes outside. Cruz on the outside looking for Drohan. Drohan on the outside takes it. Drohan still moving. Gives it up. Fights, goes down, and the ball comes back up. Sally, she sends it forward. She's got Cruz. Cruz, she gets it taken off of her. And the ball goes out, and it's going to be a Holliston throw. Drohan for Cruz. Back to Drohan. Drohan, she's unable to control it. The ball stays out. Long ball in. There's Bergloff. Bergloff plays to McLeod. She launches it forward for Luisi. She can't control it. Vendetti gets there. There's Leone. Leone's able to pop it forward. She gives it back. And ball goes over her head, and here comes Norwood on the outside. Leone's able to track it down. There's Cruz. Cruz steps in. Drohan racing. She's going to get to it. She sends it forward. She's got Bergloff and the Norwood player collide. And I think they're okay. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Drohan with the throw. High throw in. Has Holden. And it's going to bounce off Norwood. We're going to do it again. And the Holliston field hockey team's coming in to watch the games. Good to see the field hockey players. Ball launched forward. Corden gets a foot on it. She tries to keep it alive. There's Luisi. Luisi with a shot. Oh, Luisi gets a shot off. Gets some zip on it. It just clears the crossbar. So Luisi had a pretty good look, but unable to clear at that point. Ball out in the air. Holden's there. Sally launches it long into the Norwood end, trying to make something happen, and she does because she gets a corner. So it'll be a Holliston corner. Corden's going to take it. So Holliston with just under 53 played now. Corden, nice ball in, high. Oh, Bergloff's almost there, unable to get a foot on it. Still down. Gets past Leone. Ball floats. McLeod's going to be the first one there. She sends it forward. She's got O'Connell. She breaks free. Back to Sally. Sally on the outside. Sally looking forward. Has Corden. Corden on the outside. Or, sorry, on the inside. Corden has Cruz. Cruz in traffic. Still has it. Still has it. And gets it pushed back to Corden. Corden tries to make a move on the inside. Gets it off with her left foot. And will send it out of bounds. So it's going to be a Norwood kick. Just under 55 played now. Corden's able to pop it forward. There's O'Connell. O'Connell threatens, but then cleared by Norwood. It's going to be a Holliston corner. So it looks like it's going to be Corden again, this time from the left side. And Corden. Long ball in, nice and high. Pops up on the outside. Drohan races. She can't get there. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Holliston throw. Drohan on the outside. Over the head of Bergloff. Still pops out. And Holden's got it. And it's going to be another Holliston throw. Deep in Norwood territory. So let's see if Holliston can make something happen. Did you guys see the field hockey team showed up to watch the game? It's good stuff. Ball in. Drohan throw. Holden turns, gets a shot off, but goes high and over the crossbar. So another Norwood kick out as we're approaching the 56-minute mark. Leone's there. Leone pops it forward to Luisi. Luisi and tries to get through four people and nearly does. Still has the ball. And there we go. Gets taken off her. She takes it back. She trying to do it all by herself and almost able to do it. And there's Corden. Corden with some space. Corden, she gets it taken off her and clears out to Cruz. Cruz is there. Cruz plays out. Cruz to the outside. Cruz has Holden. Holden looks forward, looking for Bergloff, and out of bounds off of Norwood. It's going to be a Holliston throw. And coming into the game, we have, I think that's Paige Kutchman comes in. Ball thrown in. Sally sends it as long and high and right at the keeper. So Norwood kick out. Just under halfway, and there's Katie Cruz. Katie Cruz almost able to keep under control, but here comes Norwood on the counter. Norwood forward. Ball stepped in. Sally's there, able to get a foot on it. There's Cruz. She gets a foot on it. Ball comes back out. There's Leone. Leone finds O'Connell. O'Connell finds Luisi. And Luisi on the outside gets it taken off of her. And here comes Norwood. Sally steps up. She has clear. Sally in space. Sally gets it taken off of her. And here comes Cruz. Cruz is there, but here comes Norwood. Looks like the defense is starting to get a little bit flaky. And Leone pops it high. It bounces. She hits it again. Norwood controls. Norwood on the outside on their right side. And it's going to be a Norwood throw. So Norwood's starting to put a little pressure on the Holliston defense here as we're approaching the halfway to the halfway of the second half. That's what they always used to say in the Army. You're like, how much longer? We're halfway to the halfway. Oh, Leone goes up in the air and gets upended, and I'm not sure what the call is going to be. Yeah, I think they're going to call a foul. So it'll be a Holliston free kick. Sally, long ball forward. Norwood plays. Norwood still plays. Norwood controls. Cruz has something to say about that.
but plays it out to Leone. Leone plays forward looking for Luisi. She can't handle it. And here comes Norwood. Norwood again. McLeod sends it forward. And we're starting to get back to this back and forth. Let's launch the ball as far as we can. Instead of trying to settle down and find some feet. Some contact over there. And it's going to be a foul on O'Connell. So here comes Holliston. Here comes Norwood with a free kick from just on the opposite side, the other side of the midway point. Ball in low. It bounces. Holden pops it high. Hauk's there. Luisi fights, and there's Hauk on the outside. There's Luisi and Hauk fighting on the outside. Ball back. Sally. She sends it forward. Cruz sends it forward. Drohan. Drohan under control. Drohan forward. Oh, she was looking for Hauk. Hauk, she's not there. Drohan again, one-times it. She can't get it through. As I said, here comes Drohan still fighting. She comes away with it. Ball forward looking for Luisi. Can't get it to her. Again, Holliston pressuring hard. That's Barnett. Barnett, oh, trouble. Ball breaks away. It's a race. Luisi's there. But she's shielded by number 4, Erin Reen. Nice play by Reen to shield Luisi, or else Luisi might have got a clean strike on it. Of course, there's always Caitlin O'Connell lurking from the other side. Katie Cruz comes down with the ball nicely, able to control it in traffic, trying to go forward. Has O'Connell. O'Connell on her shooting foot. O'Connell tries to turn. O'Connell with a shot gets stuffed. There's Hauk. I'm sorry. That's Paige Kutchman. Paige Kutchman on the outside. So here comes, looks like Mia Wolfgang's back in the game. Good to see that she's okay. And a little position rearranging. Juliet Leone comes out. And Sally on the outside with the throw. Long throw in to Luisi. There's Cruz. Ball in. One hop. It was Sally taking a shot. And one hop to the keeper. A one-hopper to the keeper. So just over 60 minutes played. Still scored nothing. Ball launched into midfield. Here's Holliston. Drohan watching. There's McLeod, and McLeod's going to let it roll out. It's going to be a Holliston ball. Mon McLeod playing a strong game today. Drohan high throw in, looking for O'Connell. Can't find her. Norwood pops it free, and here's Sally. Sally forward. Trying to find some kind of a gap over there with Luisi. There's Kutchman. Kutchman with the left foot in. Not a bad ball. Luisi raises. Luisi gets a shot and scores! Mia Luisi connects with a one-time after a nice ball in by Paige Kutchman from the freshman. Good ball. Luisi's just able to get a step, and she's so strong in front of that net. Luisi is able to get on her left foot and a strong left-footed strike, and she puts it past Watchman for the first score of the game. Holliston goes up by a score of 1-0 at the 62-minute mark after a nice play. A nice ball in by Paige Kutchman. And Mia Luisi finally able to finish. So Holliston maintains the lead, and here comes Norwood coming back on the attack. There's some contact, and they're going to call Wolfgang for the foul. So Norwood's going to have a free and striking distance right now at the 20. And this could be trouble. So at about the 25. And who's going to take this for Norwood? Can't see number. It looks like it might be number 11, Allie Steves. Yeah, it's Steves, and she plays off. Ball lobbed in. Drohan's there. She gets a piece of it. Pushes it out. O'Connell back to help. Nice play by Caitlin O'Connell. And there's Kutchman. Another nice ball looking for Luisi. Contact. Luisi fights through it. Kutchman almost get a piece of it. And up on the left side, and here comes Norwood. Kutchman able to come back. A nice play by her to get control of it. And she launches it forward, trying to make some more. Something happened down in the end. Holden's there. Cruz is there. Cruz comes down with it. She plays out to O'Connell. O'Connell looking for Drohan on the left side. She's not there. O'Connell looks in, has Holden. Holden in the middle. Nice move. She falls, and no whistle. So Holden, I guess she got tripped. It looks like there was some contact there, but then Norwood comes back the other way on the left-hand side. But it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Sally, long throw in, looking for Luisi on the right side. Luisi with wheels. Luisi almost able to get around number 4, Aaron Reen, but unable to do it. But Reen touches it, so it's going to be a Holliston corner. Corden will take the corner on the right side. So Corden on the right side. Holliston, long ball in, it launches. Luisi's there, but Wachowski's there to control it and gobble it up. So again, Norwood looking strong out there. So ball up. There's Cruz. There's McLeod. Goes past her. Here comes Norwood. They play off into the middle. There's McLeod. She's able to get control of it. Norwood had a good opportunity. It looked like they had numbers, but McLeod was able to bottle that up and clear it out. Nice play by the Holliston defender. So just under 65 played. Holliston with a score of 1-0 after a Paige Kutchman pass, ball through with a nice finish by senior captain Mia Luisi. Norwood trying to make something happen. There's Mia Wolfgang. She sends it forward, can't find anybody. And there's Sally. Sally, nice play with the first touch. She sends the ball forward, looking for Kutchman. Norwood's there, but unable to control it, so Holliston's going to be able to retain a throw. Sally, long throw in, looking for Luisi. She's able to get ahead on it. Kutchman, Holden's there, and the ball bounces. There's Sally. She pops it up in the air. Corden's there, and Norwood's there as well. And here comes Norwood sending it forward. Again, ball up. And it looks like there's some contact there, and I think it's going to be a foul on Norwood. Looks like Molly McLeod had position on that and got plowed over. All right, Holliston free. Wolfgang plays it short to Sally. Sally looks up the right side, trying to find Kutchman. Kutchman almost gets a piece of it, but that gets cleared out. And there's Corden one time with the left foot. Corden, woo, nasty. Corden almost connects from distance, just over the crossbar with her left foot. Great shot. So Corden with a one-time shot, almost has that right where she needed to have it, but just cleared the crossbar. So another Holliston threat. There's Kutchman. She sends it forward. Again, but it's going to bounce to Wachowski. No damage done. Holliston hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Still a long way to go. There's Cruz. Cruz fights. Cruz is there. Drohan's there. McLeod's there. McLeod fights. Drohan watches. McLeod on the outside. And it's going to be a Norwood throw. So Norwood and Holliston's end trying to make something happen. Throw in by number 19, Alana Evans. Ball in. McLeod gets a piece of it, and here comes Luisi. Luisi gets a left foot on, sends it forward. It's passed back, but Corden's there. Here comes Holliston in the full court press. Corden pushing, pressuring, but the ball just goes off her defender's foot, and it's going to be a Holliston throw. Drohan with the throw. Drohan's got Cruz. Cruz in traffic. Can't control it. And Cruz again plays back to Drohan in space. Drohan sends it forward looking for Kutchman. Holden comes down with it. Holden looks in. Holden forward to O'Connell. O'Connell on the goalie. Oh, nasty save. O'Connell onside. Onside, and a great save by the Wachowskis. O'Connell was point blank with no defenders. O'Connell really she didn't have a lot of time to think about that one, so wasn't able to put it in, but unfortunately put it right on the keeper. So, great ball through. Amber Holden sent it through, and here comes the corner over the head of Luisi. Sally, one time, she pops it up and out of bounds. All right, field hockey team, thanks for coming and watching the game. Great job. Good seeing you guys. Big shout out to the Holliston field hockey. A lot of old soccer players on that field hockey team. Here's Kutchman. Kutchman to Holden. Holden. She gets it taken off her. There's Cruz and Sally, left foot. Here comes Norwood. Norwood on the outside. Drohan's going to watch it go out, and she's going to reset and throw it in. Just over 10. Just over 10. Drohan with the throw. Over there to Corden looking for Luisi. There's a lot of contact, and it's two Norwood players go down. And I think they're okay. Ball's up. That's trouble. Goes off the head of one shot. Oh, trouble there. So it went off the head of Mia Wolfgang and came down to the Norwood attacker. I think it was number 13. And she had a good shot, but Katie Williams, right at Katie Williams able to control it. So almost a threat there on that high bouncing ball in front of it. Again, this is kind of how it happens. On the right side, Kutchman battles. Here comes Norwood. McLeod's there. McLeod fights. And out of bounds. Be a Norwood throw. So Norwood throw and Holliston end. Sun's starting to get a little lower here. Still gorgeous, beautiful football weather. Shadows are getting a little bit longer. And Holliston's still maintaining. So still has that lead and still looks like they're playing hard. Although Norwood looks like they're starting to do some threatening right now. They're trying. That's Barnett. She's a solid player. Ball gets pounced in, and it's going to go off of, it's going to go off of Sally. It's going to be a Norwood corner. So Norwood earns the corner, maintaining pressure on the Holliston defense now. So here comes the corner. Ball's up. Long ball in. Ball goes off. It's a cross. Oh, the ball hit the post. Oh, great ball in. Norwood player. I don't know who it was. It looked like it was. Number 20. CC Venditti got a head on it, and the ball hit the post, hit the left post, and bounced out. And then Katie O'Connell was able to, or Katie Williams, was able to get a hold of it. Speaking of O'Connell, Caitlin O'Connell on the right side. Caitlin pushing across. Caitlin in space. She trips, loses her footing, and unable to sustain it. There's Cruz. Cruz fights with it. Drohan comes on the left side. Drohan looking on the left side still further. Drohan in. Tries to send the ball forward and runs out of real estate. So Holliston got lucky on that one. Great set piece. Ball came in. As I said, I think it was number 20, C7, and then he got a head on it. Great shot, right on target. Just missed. Just on the outside of the post. Drohan heads the ball forward. Norwood picks up. Drohan able to control it. Plays back to McLeod. McLeod forward looking for O'Connell. O'Connell one time to Luisi. Bounces off Luisi. Here comes Luisi again. Luisi on the right side. Sends it to her right foot. Shot right at Wachowski. Nice play. It was an interesting play by Caitlin O'Connell. A nice play. She just had one touch of Luisi, able to try and get her some space. Caitlin O'Connell always making things happen on the outside. There's Cruz. Sally looking forward, trying to find Luisi. Norwood comes away with it. And they kick it out of bounds. Going to be a Holliston throw. Caroline Sally. Ball in. Holden tries to bounce it back. There she goes again. Holden's got, that's Kutchman. Kutchman on the right side. Kutchman with a turn. Corden one time. Score! Kutchman on the outside. Puts it past the defender. Who's there? Tatum Corden one time, and Holliston scores again. Great shot by Tatum Corden, and Holliston goes up by a score of 2-0 at just at the 74-minute mark. That was a great play by Kutchman on the outside, able to get that ball, get that turn, got the ball across, and Corden was there. And Corden, a nasty, fantastic finisher. So here comes Corden again. It looks like I think she's the leading scorer now for Holliston. We'll have to check our stats. Where's my stat guy? He's over. Oh yeah, there he is. He's shrugging his shoulders. Yeah, we need some stats. We need another stat guy in here. Now, Christian, you're our stat guy. Christian's confirming. Unconfirmed. Uh-oh, here comes ball in. Wolfgang gets a shot. Wolfgang is able to jump and block it as Norwood's coming back on the attack. McLeod clears it out, and there's trouble on the outside. There's Sally. She's going to watch it go. It's going to be a Holliston throw. Long ball in, and we'll do it again. Here comes Sally. Throw, looking for Kutchman. And there's Cruz. Cruz is there. Corden's there. Plays back to McLeod. She one times to Drohan. Drohan with space on the outside. Drohan on the outside. Drohan bounces off of her, and it goes off. Drohan trying to get it through, getting it to O'Connell. Couldn't do it. Ball goes up. Drohan fights. Kutchman fights. Holden fights. There's Luisi, bounces it up, looking for O'Connell. There's trouble out there, still out there. Nobody's there. Under 5, Holliston leads by a comfortable score of 2-0, but you never know in this league. Cruz looking right in the sun, loses it in the sun on the throw. And here comes the ball out. There's McLeod. Bounces off of her. She tries to send it forward. There's Wolfgang. Wolfgang almost gets it taken off her, but here she comes. Wolfgang forward. Has Luisi. Luisi forward. Luisi looks up and trying to make something, looking for O'Connell on the outside. Couldn't find her. Cruz comes down with the ball on the throw-in, sends it across, intercepted by Norwood. Ball popped up. Wolfgang with a header, looking for Kutchman on the outside. Kutchman with space, just able to get it out, and that's still in. That's still playing. Luisi races. Luisi challenges. She comes away with it, but Norwood's able to control. There's Cruz. Hard touch. Sally launches it in, looking for... There's Luisi. There's O'Connell. O'Connell with a shot. And O'Connell with a little too high, a little too much on it, and clears the crossbar. Ball out. Bounces off Holden's head. Kutchman, she muscles through. And it's going to be a foul on Luisi or Kutchman. Couldn't really tell. And it's going to be a free kick for Norwood. Norwood kick. Ball up. Over the head of Holden. She fights in a gang of 3. Holden recovers the fumble. And Holden with she got credit for that fumble recovery. So, yeah. I think if you did that in professional soccer, you'd probably get a red card. But not here. Not here. You just get credit for a fumble recovery. She's the first recovered fumble. Ball in. Long shot in. Goes over the head of Drohan and out of bounds. I think that was number 4. Yeah, that was number 4, Erin Reed. She hammered that ball, but it was just off goal and over the end line. Katie Williams to blast it out. Under 2 as we wind down. Williams looks forward. Drohan's there. Passed out. McLeod's there. Bounces off the Norwood player, and it's going to be a Holliston throw. Drohan with the throw. Drohan to Corden. She can't control it. Ball gets launched out. Comes to Sally by herself. Now in pressure. Looks forward to Holden. Back to Sally. Sally looks forward, trying to find Kutchman. Intercepted. Sally again, one time, looking for Luisi. Off of Norwood. There's Corden's there to clean it up. Bounces off Cruz, goes behind her. She's able to get it. Here comes Drohan again on the outside. Drohan again with space. Sends it forward. Has O'Connell. Drohan for Luisi. Luisi gets in traffic. O'Connell's there, but cleared by Norwood. And there's Wolfgang. Wolfgang forward. Wolfgang's got Kutchman. She passes off to Holden. Holden gets it on the ground. Not able to get a clean strike on it. Nice play by Paige Kutchman to push it off to Anya Holden, and Holden just unable to get a good clean hit. Okay, Norwood to kick it out. And ball up. Hits Corden right in the hand. Again, Holliston, a lot of hand action here. So that's another handball, and here they come. Free kick out, try to rush it, bounces off Holden. Drohan's there. She gets a piece of it. She clears it, still has a piece of it. Ball forward again, still fights for it. And Drohan pushes it out of bounds. And that, folks, is going to wrap it up. So, after a hard-fought battle and a scoreless first half, Holliston able to come back in the second half and still maintain some pressure and able to convert twice for a final score of Holliston 2 and Norwood 0. Great game by both teams. Great officiating. I want to say thanks once again to my 2 partners in crime, Christian Bidet and Mr. Don Cronin, for a wonderful job on a wonderful day here and an exciting Holliston win. So until next time, please tune in to Holliston Cable Access TV to access all of our shows. And we'll see you next time in Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer.